Are you familiar with the concept of learned helplessness?
Ooh, I've heard of it before. Remind me.
In a nutshell, basically, quite literally, learned hopelessness is really like the better way to say it. Is that when you live through environments and scenarios in your life enough times that you try everything, you think that could work and nothing works, you end up just basically saying, screw it, I'm not going to try anymore. And what they did was like a groundbreaking study in like the 1970s and 80s. They did it with rats, they did it with dogs. I think they kind of did with people. Yeah, where basically they had them like a cage where they were going to get zapped, but they had a way for the rats to not get zapped. And once they learned how to like where to stand and what time when like a timer went off and like a little buzzer went off and then a zap would happen on the floor. But then they moved them to cages where they couldn't escape and then had them there. And then they put them back into the cages where they could actually get out of it, but they couldn't figure out how to get out of the zap. And you think you see there's a lot of human beings, a lot of people who just basically you trapped, especially growing up. I think there's a bit of a pushback around the idea of childhood affecting your sense of self, your sense of identity, especially into the rest of your life, why you have a hard time like saving money, why you have a hard time with discipline. Because like you said, there's this feeling of like, why bother? What's the point? Because your brain is literally saying, well, looking in the past, it was nothing but crap. So why is the future going to be any better? And from there, it takes just a lot of, like you said, baby steps. And I am wanted, I am needed, I have purpose. And finding purpose, plastering on the wall, like